Alright, just got done doing a little mini marathon reading Flash Gordon issues 11 and 12. We got these killer Will Conrad covers, however, they all depict events in previous issues and not the issue that they're actually slapped on. So that's kind of disappointing. And we just got that same artwork on the back, and of course, these ones are a little bit more expensive, $5 there instead of 4, but good paper quality, and it's a smaller studio. So we dig in here, and Jeremy Adams writing, Will Conrad doing the artwork. However, sadly, his last interior issue is this issue 11 here, so that's a bummer. But it kicks off, and we don't get fully into the parallel Flash Gordon. We get Ming giving this big holographic message to all the different kingdoms and such, and demanding loyalty to him. Flash and his crew get the idea to use that small window of transmission to break through the barriers and storm the fellas. And like at this point, he's done. He's like, all right, Ming's gotta go. We gotta give him the axe. Ming's being his badass self, and we got evil Flash Gordon with those deep red eyes. And he's being a bit of a dick, and he's talking about how they need to open up the portal back to his world so he can call in an army to come invade and help Ming, supposedly. So we get this bit here with just some fun Ming dialogue and him just being an absolute villain, and he is so much fun. I imagine Adams has a good time writing the character. And this book just has fantastic pacing. This guy is on the ball with each issue. It just feels perfectly paced. You could argue that maybe it could use a little bit more of that old school bit with just old comics seemed pretty dense. But this reads so smoothly. The action versus the drama just goes so well. I love their dynamic there. And the Hawkmen just having a good old time and smashing shit. They're a lot of fun. So our boys go in to actually invade, and they think they got it and that their plan's working, but not quite, because Ming was one step ahead of them, expecting them to come in during that transmission period. And we have a nice little brawl here with evil Flash and good Flash. And I gotta say, I like Evil Flash's costume there, looking real good in those colors and everything, and them shoulder pads. But this is great, like totally expected. I saw this coming with good Flash getting knocked into the parallel dimension, and so Evil Flash is stuck here, and then he shows up in the opposite reverse dimension, I guess, and so it's just like total Star Trek rules, where it's like everything's flipped the opposite. And so here we have Flash the Fiend, and and Ming's a good guy leading the resistance. So that's a big hoot. I had a great time with this issue. I always enjoy this book, which is why I've been continuing to pick it up. I was blown away by its free comic book day issue, and I'm glad I got into it. Also, I've already reviewed issue 1 of The Phantom. I enjoyed that. Just picked up issue 2. Expect a review of that pretty soon coming up. Haven't read it yet, but I'll get to it this weekend, I imagine, during the Thanksgiving weekend. But we got our little Flash strip here. Haven't been following that the same as I have the comic, but that's cool they include that and tell you to go to the comicskingdom.com to follow the entire series. We give that a little bit of a preview there, and boom, we're done with this issue. Let's move on to issue 12, because we got that too. So let's read through and have some fun. Sadly, no more interior artwork, but we got Eder Messias here doing the new interiors, and Conrad's still doing the cover art, so that's cool. and they say he's going to continue to do so. But we jump right in, and Flash is just locked up in prisoner with this resistance on the parallel universe. And we see that evil Flash is just ticked off, throwing himself a little temper tantrum because none of their scientists can get the machine working right to open up the dimensional portal. So we just jump kind of back and forth between each side here, and here we're seeing the organization. We got kind of a Defenders of the Earth reference here with Defenders of Mongo, but you got that logo. Very fun. I gotta say, I am liking the artwork. It's not quite the same. I will say, like, his hair and his head looks a little funky. Like, just a different vibe than what we've been getting before. But still looking good, and I really like this sequence where he's going through this portal here. Not portal, but he has to go through this room filled with creatures, and they can sense deceit and fear, and they'll feed on him if he's an actual traitor. And he gets through the room all right, but monsters kind of test him, and they're hungry anyway, so they're thinking about just having a bite regardless. But he makes it out. They look cool. Reminds me a bit of the comic Darkness, with how they're being all spooky in the shadows there. Although that just might be on my mind because I just read through a volume of that last month. But this is pretty great here with Evil Flash getting sent Zarkov from prison. Of course, they've been captured, but Zarkov's refusing to work with him, and Flash is just threatening him and telling him how he's going to kill everybody he knows if he doesn't help, and just showing that the evil Flash is super ruthless and a bad dude. However, we're learning that Parallel Ming is absolutely wonderful and just benevolent as heck. And it was actually him inviting Earth and other aliens into like a space UN, and when Flash went up there, he was a bad dude, and he ended up taking things over and becoming like leader of the universe, just like Evil Ming pretty much. So kind of funny. They get the plot to have good Flash pretend to be evil leader Flash to work with the resistance from within and take the evil empire down. And so we have this staged event with them luring Flash out there to the soldiers, pretending it's an escape. However, evil Zarkov is planning a coup right as he returns, and so we see that going on. And man, whole lot of fun, great action. I'm glad I read these back to back, really, just because the whole series flows so well. This is just beautifully paced. I love the writing. Jeremy Adams has really won me over as a fan of his work, just reading this Flash Gordon series. But yeah, I just had a blast with it, and I'm really excited to read the next coming issue, because I had a blast with it. Issue 13 can't come fast enough for me. But get more continued newspaper style adventures there. You get a little blurb here talking about how Conrad's exiting as the main series artist, and this guy's going to be our new interior artist for the immediate future. But we get some cool sketches here, so that's pretty fun. We get a sketch from each of them. I like that. And then we just get more Phantom preview, but I'm just reading that series, so we'll get into that when I do that review. But I had a blast with these guys, and if you're having fun, I'm glad for it too. Pick these books up if you like what you see. I really do enjoy this series and recommend it. Pick up the trade paperbacks or dig through your back issue bins. And anytime's a good time to jump onto this, because they do a good job of just having things going, but you don't really need to be following too hard or know too much. Like classic comics. When I was a kid, you just pick up a random issue. I didn't have the money to read everything in sequential order all the time, but this definitely provides the action. It provides good drama, and like I said, the pacing is just out of this world good, unmatched as far as anything I'm reading lately. Just wonderful, giving me my fix of sci-fi action, that's for sure. So thanks for joining me. We'll be at you with more comic book goodness later.